We used two of the most advanced AI models to create two characters. We will put them face to face. Their arguments will be evaluated by 5 independent AI models across multiple criteria, scored from 0 to 100. This is AI Debates. What is the ultimate goal of your economic system?
The ultimate goal of socialism is to build an economy that serves people, not profits. That means ensuring that everyone has access to the essentials of a dignified life: healthcare, housing, education, meaningful work without being held hostage by private profit motives. Socialism aims to reduce inequality by redistributing resources more fairly, giving workers a real say in how production is organized, and prioritizing human well-being over shareholder returns. Unlike capitalism, which rewards the concentration of wealth and power in a few hands, socialism seeks to democratize the economy so that the benefits of technological progress and productivity are shared by all. In short, its goal is a society where freedom and opportunity are not determined by birth, class, or inherited capital, but are guaranteed as basic rights for everyone.
The ultimate goal of capitalism is to maximize human flourishing through individual freedom and voluntary cooperation. By protecting private property rights and enabling free exchange, capitalism unleashes human creativity and ambition, allowing people to pursue their own vision of prosperity while serving others' needs. The market's invisible hand channels self-interest toward social benefit. When individuals compete to provide value to others, everyone benefits. This system has lifted billions from poverty, sparked unprecedented innovation, and created the wealth that funds everything from medical breakthroughs to charitable giving. Capitalism's genius is that it doesn't require perfect people or central planners. It harnesses human nature as it actually exists. The result: the greatest expansion of opportunity, living standards, and personal liberty in human history. The goal isn't equality of outcome, but equality of opportunity within a system that rewards merit, effort, and value creation.
Does individual freedom outweigh collective responsibility?
No. Individual freedom and collective responsibility are not opposites, they depend on each other. True freedom isn't just the ability to choose in the marketplace, it's the ability to live without fear of hunger, sickness, or poverty. Under capitalism, freedom often means the wealthy are free to dominate, while the majority are forced into economic dependence. Socialism argues that real individual freedom can only exist when collective responsibility ensures everyone's basic needs are met. A society that provides healthcare, education, housing, and fair wages empowers people to pursue their talents and dreams without being trapped by survival struggles. In other words, without collective responsibility, freedom is an illusion available only to the privileged few. With it, freedom becomes real for the many.
Individual freedom doesn't oppose collective responsibility, it enables it. Capitalism creates the strongest foundation for collective welfare precisely because it respects individual choice. When people are free to make their own decisions, they take personal responsibility for outcomes. This creates a culture of self-reliance and initiative that benefits everyone. Free individuals voluntarily form communities, businesses, and charitable organizations that address collective needs more effectively than government coercion. The market itself is collective responsibility in action. Millions of people cooperating through voluntary exchange, each contributing their unique skills and knowledge. No central planner could coordinate this complexity. History shows that societies prioritizing individual liberty generate more wealth for collective benefit than those emphasizing forced equality. Free people are generous people. Americans donate more to charity than citizens of any other nation. True collective responsibility emerges from free choice, not government mandate. When individuals are free to prosper, they create the resources and incentives that lift entire societies.
Is inequality a natural result of human society, or a flaw to be corrected?
Inequality is not an inevitable feature of human society. It's a result of how we structure our economy and distribute power. Of course, people differ in talent and interest, but that doesn't justify extremes where some hoard billions while others struggle to eat. Capitalism turns these natural differences into massive hierarchies by concentrating ownership and rewarding wealth, not contribution. Socialism doesn't aim to erase all differences, it aims to correct the systemic inequalities that deny people equal dignity and opportunity. When everyone has access to healthcare, education, housing, and a voice in the workplace, individual differences enrich society rather than divide it. Inequality, as it exists today, is not natural, it's a flaw of a system designed to benefit the few, and it can be corrected by building one designed for the many.
Inequality is a natural and even beneficial result of human diversity, not a flaw to be corrected. People have different talents, interests, work ethics, risk tolerances, and life priorities. Equal outcomes would only be possible by suppressing these natural differences. What matters isn't eliminating inequality, but ensuring it reflects merit and choice rather than privilege or corruption. Capitalism does this better than any alternative by rewarding value creation over political connections. Some inequality actually drives progress. Entrepreneurs risk everything to innovate, knowing success brings rewards. This creates new industries, jobs, and products that benefit everyone. The inequality between Bill Gates and average workers also represents the millions of jobs Microsoft created and the technological revolution it enabled. Forced equality destroys incentives for excellence, innovation, and hard work. The Soviet Union proved that attempting to eliminate inequality just creates different inequalities between party members and citizens, or between those with political power and those without. Capitalism's inequality is dynamic and merit-based, not static. It rewards those who serve others' needs best. Retry.
Should the state play a central role in organizing the economy?
Yes, the state should play a central role, because leaving the economy to free markets simply means leaving it to corporations and the wealthy to decide our future. Markets on their own don't care if people have housing, if workers are exploited, or if the planet is destroyed for profit. A democratic state, accountable to its citizens, can coordinate resources to serve social needs, universal health care, infrastructure, education, environmental protection, and fair labor standards. That doesn't mean micromanaging every transaction. It means setting priorities and ensuring essential sectors aren't run for private gain. In socialism, the state is not a tool of elites, but a mechanism through which people collectively decide how wealth and production should be directed. Without a strong organizing role for the state, freedom and security are reserved only for those who can afford them.
The state should play a minimal role in organizing the economy, protecting property rights, enforcing contracts, and maintaining rule of law, but not directing economic activity. Markets organize themselves far more efficiently than any government could. Prices automatically coordinate the decisions of millions of people, allocating resources where they're most valued. No central authority possesses the knowledge needed to plan complex modern economies. When states try to organize economies, they inevitably create shortages, surpluses, and inefficiencies. Venezuela, Cuba, and the Soviet Union demonstrate this failure repeatedly. Even well-intentioned government intervention creates unintended consequences and stifles innovation. The state's proper role is referee, not player. It should prevent fraud and coercion, maintain competition, and provide essential public goods like defense and courts. Beyond that, bureaucrats picking winners and losers leads to cronyism and corruption. Free markets self-correct through profit and loss signals. Government programs, once established, persist regardless of failure. Private businesses must satisfy customers or fail. Governments just demand more taxpayer money.
Which system better aligns with human nature?
Socialism better aligns with human nature because humans are inherently social beings. We've survived and progressed not through ruthless competition, but through cooperation, care, and shared responsibility. Capitalism exaggerates selfishness, treating greed as natural and desirable, while ignoring solidarity and empathy. Yet everyday life shows the opposite. Families, communities, and even workplaces function best when people collaborate and support each other. Socialism builds on this cooperative instinct, ensuring that individual talents serve both personal fulfillment and collective well-being. It doesn't deny ambition or creativity, it channels them toward goals that uplift everyone, not just a few. Human nature is not fixed as selfish or altruistic, it adapts to the system. A society that rewards exploitation creates selfishness, while one that values cooperation brings out the best in us.
Capitalism perfectly aligns with human nature because it accepts people as they are, not as idealists wish they were. Humans are naturally self-interested, competitive, and motivated by personal gain. Capitalism harnesses these traits productively. When you must serve others' needs to profit, self-interest becomes socially beneficial. The baker doesn't bake from altruism, but we still get bread. Socialism requires people to suppress natural instincts and work purely for collective good, an impossible standard that inevitably fails. Even socialist leaders like Stalin and Mao were driven by personal power, not collective welfare. Humans also naturally form hierarchies based on competence and contribution. Capitalism allows these hierarchies to emerge organically through merit, while socialism either denies this reality or imposes artificial hierarchies through political force. We are also naturally innovative and entrepreneurial. Capitalism rewards these traits while socialism suppresses them. Private ownership motivates care and improvement. Collective ownership leads to neglect. Most fundamentally, humans value freedom of choice. Capitalism maximizes choice. Socialism restricts it for your own good.